This is going to be a rambling, a rant, or whatever, and I'm gonna talk about. Now, I think I talked about this in my old videos, but I'm gonna talk about it again. But I'm gonna talk about this again, but from a different perspective. Um, this rambling is going to be about jealousy, and what I mean by jealousy from a different perspective, I'm talking about the rich versus the poor. You have there's so many disagreements between the two groups. And what I realized a long time ago that you have the poor being jealous of the rich, and vice versa. In some cases, you have the rich being jealous of the poor. And this is what I mean. What I mean by the poor being jealous of the rich, um, I was checking out some documentaries and some videos, from YouTube and whatnot, and they was talking about how certain children celebrities, the child celebrities or child celebrities in general, would try and go to regular public schools just to fit in with the masses of the people, but they couldn't. And the reason why they couldn't is because the people in that public school were jealous of them. They was talking about them, picking on them because that child celebrity or the celebrity of that child was rich. So what they had to do, they had to transfer to another school. They had to transfer to a private school or receive homeschooling because they couldn't fit in with the regular masses of the people. Because the regular masses at that school, at that public school, was picking on them, was picking on those celebrity kids because they were, because they was rich, and vice versa. When it comes to the rich, not liking the poor, for example, when it comes to family gatherings, when it comes to family, when it comes to being very close to your kin folks, no, what I realized that a lot of rich people are not that close to their families. You know what I'm saying? They not all of them, not all of them now, but there's a nice amount of rich people. Like when it comes to the mothers and fathers and all that stuff with the grandparents, you know, they're not that close to their peoples. They're not that close to their family. All due to their jobs, you know what I'm saying, their careers as far as owning a business. They never had time to spend quality time with their families or their kinfolk. And also some of the shady dealings that they do behind the scenes when it comes to upholding their company or to get over people. And some of their family members know what type of scumbags these rich people are or the rich family members are, so they stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? Because they scumbags, because they do a lot of dirty things behind the scenes. And that's why, you have a lot of rich people being jealous of regular or poor people, because regular poor people tend to stick together with their family for the most part. And you know what I'm saying, they stick together with their family and they do a lot of things with their family. But when it comes to rich people, not so much. Because like I said before, of their careers, of being owners of their own companies, and also because of the shady dealings that they do towards other people, and they come out to be scumbags, and their family members know that they scumbags, and they don't want to deal with them. You know. And also too, rich people, for what I've witnessed, not all of them, but a nice amount of them won't accept the poor because the poor is not from their, the regular people, the poor people, they're not from their background. You know, what's that old saying? You paid for school, but you can't buy class. No disrespect to the poor, but the poor wasn't raised up in that type of high class environment. You know, the poor doesn't understand, or should I say, the regular people don't understand what it takes to maintain that type of status. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's wealth or social status or whatever. So when it comes to the regular people, or should I say the poor people per se, they don't understand what it takes to maintain that type of wealth and status. and stuff like that. So that's what I mean by, the rich doesn't take kindly to the poor, and the poor doesn't take kindly to the rich. But that's all I gotta say about that, man. That's all I gotta say. Um, in my honest opinion, I don't care if you're rich or poor. It's all about your character for the most part. And to tell you the truth, for my honest opinion, my truly honest opinion, you have rich people who are scumbags, and you got regular people or poor people who are scumbags too. It all depends on the person. And like I said before, it all depends. Like I said before, it's all about your character. It's all about your integrity. You know, because I've met people who came from better backgrounds than me, and they were all right. They were cool people. And then I've met some poor people, of course, homeless people that had integrity as well. But like I said before, it depends on the person. It depends on the individual, you know. But this whole, notion of you got the rich versus the poor and the poor versus the rich, in my honest opinion, is asinine. Just because, you have a certain amount of money does not make you a better person, you know. It really doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't matter. It's all about who you are as a human being. I can give a damn what class you came from. I can give a damn what family you came from. As long as you treat others with respect, that's all that matters to me. You know, that's all that matters. Because the way our society is right now, we like to glamorize the rich and the famous. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's okay to have nice things, like I said before, but don't put these people on the pedestal. Do not put money and materialistic things on a pedestal to the point that you begin to lose yourself. And that's not good. What I mean by lose yourself, I'm talking about lose yourself in a negative way to the point that you won't know who you are anymore. You know? And plus, nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. Your fancy cars, your money, your houses, your social status, nothing lasts forever. Every kingdom has a beginning and an end. Every dynasty has a beginning and an end. And every rulership has a beginning and the end too. And what I mean by rulership, from my honest opinion, look what's going on within the modern world. Look what's going on within the modern world. White rulership is collapsing. I say it again. White rulership is collapsing. It's collapsing as we speak. Not at a fast rate, but at a slow rate, but it's still collapsing. Just sit back and just watch the show, and you will see what I'm talking about. The Caucasian rulership is collapsing. But that's all I got to say about that, man. But, going back to the topic, this whole classism thing, look, it doesn't, I get it, but at the same time, I don't get it. What I'm saying? I'm not going to kiss your butt just because you have this, that, and the third. And also, when it comes to the poor people, or the regular people, just because, just because another person may have more than you, that doesn't devalue yourself as a human being. Just because another person has more than you, you're not incompetent. You're still a great human being. You may not have as more as the other individual, but you still got something. You still worthy of something. And it's not about what you have. It's about who you are and what you can do. We have to value the positive things in this world. We have to value the positive works in this world. And the way how, like, the news, media, and all that stuff, they don't promote the good. They don't promote a lot of good. They do sometimes. But for the most part, it's the news. They report a lot of bad things that's going on within this world. And we as a people, we kind of, in a sense, value the drama, You know, this real life negative drama, this real life negative press, and we shouldn't do that. We really shouldn't do that because we need to bring balance in this world. We need to bring a proper perspective of balance in this world. You know, we need to show the good and the bad, not mostly bad and a little bit of good. It's uneven. It's very unbalanced. It's very unbalanced. We have to show the true balance of things, the good and the bad, you know, the negative and the positive. You know what I'm saying? We have to bring both perspectives, you know what I'm saying, both perspectives to the light. But that's all I got to say about that, man. Sure, that's all I got to say. So, yeah, man. So, thank you so much and have a good day.